In this video, we're going to do a problem-solving time management mashup. Why are we doing this? Because if you are a human, you can very likely think of at least one time management struggle in your life. And if we apply a problem-solving lens to it, we can design a customized solution to your specific issue. Time management is kind of like physical fitness. You don't just get fit and stop going to the gym. You have to keep adding new exercises and making tweaks. And the exercises that once worked for you, at some point in your life, they may not work anymore. You'll notice the seasons changing in today's video because I was going through this process with a real problem in my life, and it turns out that testing out several solutions actually took a couple months. I wasn't sure this would work, but I was pleased with the result. I'm going to model my problem-solving method with an issue that I'm having and how I use my time. One of my challenges is a lack of structure in my day. The morning flies by, but then I get to the afternoon and things get weird. I have a hard time focusing around 3 or 4 p.m. I actually feel like a lousy person. Is this a problem anyone else out there can relate to? Let's go through a root cause analysis of my problem using a fishbone diagram. A fishbone diagram is a tool to look at cause and effect and then drill into a number of potential causes for an issue. The fishbone diagram, also known as Ishikawa diagram, was popularized in automobile manufacturing in Japan. Each spine of the fish gets a different heading, which pushes us to explore one facet of a problem and avoid jumping to conclusions. Maybe you knew someone who also had an unwieldy morning routine and they used a nutritional supplement that fixed all of their problems. And now you think that will fix my problems. This exercise pushes us to think more broadly and avoid that bias as we problem solve. The first step is to name our problem. I'm going to sum up my problem as poorly structured day. I'm going to write that in the head of the fish here. At this step, we aren't being judgmental and we aren't jumping to conclusions. We're just naming what we're seeing. Sometimes the headings for each spine of the fish have different names, but I encourage you not to be too rigid in your thinking. Consider these headings as broadly and creatively as you can. At each heading, ask yourself, how could people be contributing to this problem? Or how could machines be contributing to this problem? I'm going to go ahead and fill in my diagram to identify some potential causes. Okay, so I took some time to think about some of the potential causes for this effect that we're seeing of the poorly structured day. I have too many priorities. And another thing that came up in several areas is that I'm using a bunch of different technology tools. I'm on Microsoft Teams, Outlook. I'm available by text, phone, emails to a couple different email accounts. Based on what I learned from my fishbone diagram, I kind of narrowed it down to 3 probably major causes of my poorly structured day: distracting productivity tools, and then a lack of personal priorities. This is a point where we just start coming up with a list of potential things to deal with this issue. The more tailored your solution is for your specific issues, the more it will work for your life. Our next step with this is we are going to plot these out based on how likely they would solve our problem. So the tool we use for this is an ease and impact matrix. So you make a square, and one axis is how easy is that solution going to be to implement? How impactful will it be towards your goal? So things in this upper right corner are going to be the easiest and most impactful towards solving your real problem. Okay, we're going to put this on the easy, medium impact. Let's put these into practice and see how it goes. Okay, so a couple months have passed, which gave me time to test out several of the solutions that we identified. Previously, we determined a number of factors that were causing me to feel lousy and low energy. We identified that a whole bunch of distracting technology tools were interrupting my focus, and I lacked a clear goal on what to work on to advance my own personal projects. Among the solutions I tested out, some just didn't work, or they were too hard to stick to. Two solutions that did work out, though, were creating structure around my client working hours and getting clear on my goals for my personal projects. The solution that I ended up landing on for creating structure on my working hours was surprisingly elegant, and it's been easy for me to stick to. I have an alarm in my phone that goes off every weekday at 3 p.m., and that signals that it's time to shut down Microsoft Teams and focus on my own projects. The downstream effect of this is that I can't dawdle in the morning or waste time on social media because I have a rigid end time. Sticking to this time has trained my coworkers not to expect replies from me late in the day. The second solution that really worked for me was getting clarity on my personal projects. This is crucial because if the alarm at 3 p.m. goes off and I don't know what to work on, I might just take a nap or hop on Instagram. My big takeaway for you, solving your time management challenges is a one-size-fits-one approach. Identify your challenges in your workday, then go through a root cause analysis to brainstorm the underlying factors. Then design a solution that tackles your specific issue. Good luck.